This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview.
Well, joining us today is John Teeling, the chairman of Arkle Resources. Thank you very much for joining us today. John, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning, Mark. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Good to be catching up. Of course, the recent news from the company about awarding of new lithium brine licenses in Botswana there. So I know the company has some other lithium interests in different jurisdictions around the world, but just on this latest news in Botswana, what's drawn you to take these licenses here, and how is Botswana known for the lithium brines?
A couple of things on it. Your question is good in that it's not yet known for lithium brines in the Makati pans, but we've been in Botswana with other companies since 2002, and it's a very good jurisdiction. Good jurisdictions where the rule of law, taxation policy, everything is very clear. The Makati pans in the northern Kalahari cover about 24,000 square kilometers, and there has been the focus in Botswana has always been diamonds with a little bit of copper. So in the last couple of years, we've had a look around at the possibility of looking for lithium brines, because another sister company has been doing a fair amount of work on lithium brines in South America. And we applied for licenses about 9 months ago. We looked at what ground was available and applied and were awarded the ground probably 6 months ago, but only was signed off very recently.
Okay.
What we need to do, this is early stage prospecting, because this ground has not been prospected for lithium. Now, in the literature going back to the 80s, there were throwaway comments that there was lithium in it, but it wasn't sought after at that particular time. So what we'll have to do now in the early, I was just thinking before this, it's probably 125 Fahrenheit there today. It's the middle of summer, out in the desert. So probably 50 degrees Celsius. That we will wait until maybe February or March when it cools a little bit, and then send out some prospecting teams. We're lucky in that it is not that remote. We work in more remote areas than that. There's a tarred road to probably within 100 kilometers of it. There's also the Arapa airport, a small airport home for the Arapa mine, and that we can actually service the ground in one day, in and out in one day if you have to. So they're very prospective.
Okay, but it is early stage, as you say. You say very, very little is known about the potential. So, I mean, are you taking a bit of a stab in the dark? Is it a bit of a risk, a calculated risk? You're going to start working early new year?
It's exactly a calculated risk. Salt pans contain brines. The brines tend to contain lithium. We know from the literature that it does contain lithium. We have no idea is the quality or the grade, none whatsoever.
Okay.
Now, we thought we were the first company in this area, and we weren't. There are a couple of junior Aussies that are further north than us, out further into the pans, and they've done very little work on it because it's a big area. The two licenses cover over 800 square kilometers. So our first step will be prospect. We look for the outcrops and various things like that and sample that. That will happen during 2024.
Okay. And how developed is your work program then? Or will that be something that's going to be worked up before you start in February?
We have an agreed work program with the department. And it's like any battle plan. It doesn't survive the first contact. So whatever we find in the prospecting will decide where we go from there. The idea, ultimately, what you want to do is you'll have to take samples using auger samples.
Okay.
Depending on the depth, and you test those for the brine. So that's what we'll be aiming at. We'll be aiming at to get areas where we can take samples. We tend for examination.
Okay. Yeah. So it's early stage auger sampling just to get a sense of what is there.
Oh yeah, there'll be something there. Whether it's commercial or not, we can't say, but it's a very good area to work in. Really good area, and we were really delighted. We said nothing about it because we were afraid we wouldn't get it. And our team on the ground, because as you know, we've been successful in Botswana. So I hope we're held in good regard in the department, and also our sister company is listed on the Botswana Stock Exchange, so that helped us.
Okay, good. Well, that's a new sort of string to the Arkle bow then. Obviously, you see it's a calculated risk, something that could give significant upside there. But what else is going on within the company at the moment? Where's some of the focus of the activities?
Well, the other two lithium licenses, remarkably now, after about 18 months, instead of being a zinc and gold company in Ireland, we now have 3 lithium projects, active lithium projects. In Ireland, the lithium sampling is finished. The analysis will be due very early in January, just after the holidays. And this is in the Okram licenses, which are very close to the Ganfeng ground, the Chinese lithium company ground, in about 40 miles south of here, where I'm sitting. They liked what they saw. The geologists liked what they saw. Again, it means nothing. If what you had is good indicator minerals of pegmatite and spodumene, we will have lithium. Whether again the level of and the grade of it needs to be found, but it's positive. That's what's happening in Ireland. In Zimbabwe, we had 3 licenses. We lost one of them. We have 2 licenses. I know that the person in charge of it there is discussing what to do with some other people. Lithium, hard rock lithium in Zimbabwe is very, very active at the moment. There are a large number of companies, again, mainly Chinese, that are active in the country. We would be talking to them now, and I mean talking. I can't say any more because I'm not aware of anything any more than that. But that will come to a head again in early 24. So lithium is very active. Now, not huge expenditure yet. On the other 2 projects are gold and zinc in Ireland. Your timing is very good because we literally finished drilling on our gold project in Donegal last night. And the core from the 4 holes will be sent for analysis today. I'm told this morning that we will have the results of that from at the end of January. What we were trying to do was encounter the gold vein. It's vein gold, the best vein that we found in earlier drilling. And we found the vein in each of the 4 holes. Now, more than that, again, you cannot tell. Because, again, it depends on the analysis end of January. And then I'm informed by our partner on the zinc, the Stone Park Zinc project, which is our main project in the company. We're a minority partner in this particular project with Group 11, who've just raised quite a bit of money in Canada. And they intend to drill our deep hole. This is a structure we discovered about 2 years ago with Group 11. Very prospective, but again, it's early stage exploration. It's about 900 meters deep. That will be drilled in 2024. We're hopeful it'll be in the early stage of 2024.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a lot's going to be happening early 2024 across multiple projects here, drilling, but also
it's remarkable
results.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's busy. The company is busy, quietly busy, and getting all kind of projects going. So 5 of the projects are all kind of active.
Okay, good. I mean, if you were to sum up the year, what would be the highlights for you, and what would you want to achieve throughout the course of next year?
It's Christmas time, so I can have Christmas gifts, can I? Thank you. The ideal thing for us now would be that the deep zinc hole, which is our big project, be 5 million tons already, JORC approved, that will encounter some mineralization. It's a deep hole. It'll take a long time. The second thing is that I think any one of the 3 lithium projects will come. The Botswana lithium, it'll be early stage during 2024. Yeah. I'm fairly sure we'll find positive indications. We need to get the attractiveness of auger holes to test what's there. That could take a half a year. I think in Zimbabwe on that lithium, you are likely to see a collaboration. Don't ask me any more than that at the moment. I think that will happen in the first quarter of 2024. And finally, I'd hope that the 4 holes we just drilled in Donegal will have gold in in the vein in each of the 4 holes. Now, we will be disappointed if it doesn't, because this was the best vein that we found, and that they pinch and swell and move around, and they can be hard to find. So it's good that we found the 4 holes. So the first quarter of 2024 could be quite active.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time, John Teeling, the chairman of Arkle Resources, and I'll speak to you in the new year.
You will indeed. Thank you very much. Good luck, Mark. All the best. Bye-bye.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.